It's incredible that something weighing less than 1/1000th of an ounce and smaller than a fingernail could have literally changed the course of American history. But that's just what happened one January morning in 1848 to California carpenter John Marshall as he oversaw construction of a new sawmill for Colonel John Sutter. He noticed something glittering in the water and bent down to pick up a small gold nugget. Marshall later hammered the nugget into a thin flake for easier identification and weighed it at .0855 grams. The news spread like wildfire. When news of the Sutter Mill gold discovery reached the east, thousands flooded westward in search of their share of millions of dollars in gold being mined and panned in the hills around San Francisco. Today, the Sutter's Mill Discovery Nugget is housed in the Smithsonian's National Numismatic Collection. Tens of thousands of other California Gold Rush nuggets were melted down. Their gold value remained in the bars and coins they were turned into, but their legendary identity as California Gold Rush nuggets was lost forever the minute they hit the melting pots. For the last 170 years, even seeing a genuine Gold Rush nugget in person seemed a mere dream for gold lovers. And of course, actually owning a gold nugget that could be traced back to the California Gold Rush was out of the grasp of all but the wealthiest collectors. But when a historic Gold Rush shipwreck recently gave up one of its most elusive secrets, all that changed. On August 20th, 1857, several hundred passengers boarded a Pacific Mail steamship and left San Francisco headed south towards Panama City. Aboard was over $1.6 million in gold. Many of the gold nuggets on board were still in the original saddlebags that had traveled from the gold fields into San Francisco. Since the Panama Canal had yet to be built, the passengers and gold were hauled overland to the next leg of their trip aboard the side-wheel steamer SS Central America. As the SS Central America rounded the Florida Peninsula heading north, the Atlantic grew dark, angry, and a huge gale-force storm moved in. The ship took a pounding and was swallowing thousands of gallons of water. Most of the passengers knew they were sinking and were emptying their pockets, including gold dust, to alleviate the weight so they could swim. Efforts to keep the ship afloat were futile, although women and children managed to transfer to another ship. Finally, a huge wave hit the Central America and sent her 8,000 feet down to the ocean floor, about 160 miles offshore from Charleston, South Carolina. The ship would remain lost for the next 130 years. The SS Central America was given the nickname Ship of Gold for her famous cargo, tons of gold from the San Francisco Mint, as well as nuggets from the California Gold Rush. At the time of sinking, the amount of gold carried on board had a value in today's dollars of $300 million. Over 7,000 gold coins were recovered from the SS Central America during the shipwreck's discovery in 1988. Exactly 131 years after its final voyage. But even though the Ship of Gold made worldwide headlines in the late 1980s, some of the ship's greatest secret remained hidden for another 23 years, until the shipwreck recovery crew returned in 2014. During the extensive dives made by the recovery crew in 2014, a dramatic find was made which had somehow eluded searchers 2 decades earlier. The robotic arm of an unmanned submersible was used to gently probe the sea floor around the wreck site. Late one night, long after many of the recovery team had retired to their bunks, the camera operator noticed a large rectangular form lying on the ocean floor. Further probing revealed it to be the ship's purser safe, lying on its side as it had been resting for over 150 years. The safe's door hinges had rusted away, and during recovery, the door simply fell open. revealing a mysterious sight deep inside. With the help of a special retrieval arm, what emerged from the safe was a leather saddlebag still tightly wrapped as it had been the day it was placed in the safe in 1857. After careful steps were taken by scientists to stabilize and preserve this incredible, historic gold rush discovery, the saddlebag was gently opened to reveal several pokes, canvas pouches each filled with hundreds of gold rush nuggets, ranging in size from 0.3 grams all the way up to a single nugget weighing nearly 3 ounces of gold. Some of these same unopened pokes were included in the blockbuster traveling Ship of Gold exhibition, displayed within an aquarium of water to preserve them after a century of saltwater immersion.
In my mind, what you're looking at right there is one of the top 10 greatest numismatic items that exist on the face of the earth.
Now, for the first time ever, genuine gold rush nuggets, including those discovered locked in the ship's safe during the latest SS Central America recovery mission, have been individually authenticated and certified by Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, as SS Central America Gold Rush Treasure. Sealed in an archival acrylic holder with an SS Central America exclusive label, this is your chance to own California Gold Rush Gold, which has the most direct and well-documented pedigree in history. Think of it, the California Gold Rush nugget you can hold in your hands has followed these incredibly short steps from the California gold fields into your collection. The nugget started with the gold mine, went to the assay agent in California, onto the SS Central America and put in the safe. Then it survived the shipwreck, and in 2014 was recovered, and now can be in your collection. Genuine California Gold Rush nuggets from the Ship of Gold, SS Central America. Hold Gold Rush history in your hands today.